If you've noticed any of these 5 warning signs in the past month, criminals may have already stolen your personal information and could be using it to destroy your credit score and drain your retirement accounts. The scariest part, most identity theft victims don't realize they've been compromised until it's too late to prevent serious financial damage. I'm Michael, and in my 20 years helping seniors recover from identity theft, I've seen how devastating this crime can be. The average victim spends 200 hours and loses over $1,400 recovering from identity theft, but the emotional toll is often far worse. Today, I'm revealing the 5 critical warning signs that criminals are already using your information, plus the exact recovery steps that can save you thousands of dollars and months of frustration. But here's what's urgent. There's a new type of medical identity theft targeting Medicare recipients that's so sophisticated, it's fooling healthcare providers and insurance companies. If this is happening to you right now, every day you delay action could result in denied medical claims and compromised healthcare. So if you want to protect your identity and your health coverage, hit that like button and let's uncover the truth about your personal security right now. Welcome to Digital Life After 50. Where we protect what matters most to you in an increasingly dangerous digital world. What I'm about to share could save you from financial ruin and preserve the retirement security you've worked decades to build. Let me start with a shocking statistic that will change how you think about identity protection. Every 22 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity theft in America. For adults over 60, the risk is even higher because criminals specifically target retirees, knowing they typically have better credit scores, more savings, and may be less familiar with digital security threats. But here's what law enforcement doesn't always tell you. By the time most people discover they're identity theft victims, criminals have already been using their information for months. The key to minimizing damage is recognizing the early warning signs and acting immediately when you spot them. Warning sign number 1: unexpected changes in your credit score. Your credit score is like a financial health monitor, and sudden unexplained changes often signal identity theft. If your score drops significantly without any missed payments or new debt on your part, criminals may have opened accounts in your name or are using your existing accounts fraudulently. Many seniors check their credit score only when applying for loans, but in today's environment, you should monitor it monthly. Free services like Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, or your bank's credit monitoring tools make this easy. A drop of 50 points or more without explanation warrants immediate investigation. But here's the tricky part. Sometimes your score might actually increase temporarily if criminals open new credit accounts but haven't started using them yet. This false security can delay your discovery of the theft. Look for any score changes that don't match your recent financial activity. Warning sign number 2: bills stop arriving or new bills appear. When criminals steal your identity, they often change your mailing address to intercept your financial statements and credit card bills. If bills that normally arrive monthly suddenly stop coming, or if you receive bills for accounts you didn't open, your identity may be compromised. This is particularly dangerous for retirees who rely on paper statements and may not notice missing bills immediately. Criminals count on this delay to maximize their fraudulent activity before you discover the theft. Pay special attention to missing utility bills, credit card statements, or investment account summaries. Also watch for medical bills from providers you've never visited, which could indicate medical identity theft that threatens both your finances and your healthcare records. Warning sign number 3: suspicious activity on financial statements. Small, unfamiliar charges on your bank or credit card statements often represent test transactions that criminals use to verify your account information works. They start small, hoping you won't notice charges of $5 or $10 before making larger fraudulent purchases. Review every line item on your statements, not just the total amount. Look for charges from companies you don't recognize, duplicate charges, or transactions in locations you haven't visited. Even charges as small as $1.99 can indicate your account has been compromised. Modern criminals are sophisticated. They might make purchases that seem reasonable, like gas stations or grocery stores, but in cities you've never been to, they also target subscription services, knowing many people don't closely monitor recurring small charges. Warning sign number 4: Denied credit or insurance applications. If you're denied credit or insurance unexpectedly, especially when your financial situation hasn't changed, it could mean criminals have damaged your credit by opening accounts in your name or maxing out existing credit lines. This is particularly frustrating because the denial might be your first indication that identity theft has occurred. The credit report that the lender receives shows fraudulent accounts that you're unaware of, making you appear to be a high-risk borrower. Always request the specific reason for any credit denial and ask for a free copy of the credit report the lender used. Federal law entitles you to this information, and it's often the fastest way to discover fraudulent accounts. Warning sign number 5, unexpected contact from debt collectors. Receiving calls or letters from debt collectors about accounts you didn't open is a clear sign that someone has stolen your identity and accumulated debt in your name. This situation is particularly stressful for seniors who have worked hard to maintain good credit throughout their lives. Don't ignore these contacts or assume they're mistakes. Debt collectors are required to provide written verification of any debt they're attempting to collect. Request this documentation immediately and compare it against your own records. Be aware that some criminals use fake debt collection calls as a secondary scam. Always verify that debt collectors are legitimate before providing any personal information or making any payments. Immediate action steps if you spot these warning signs. If you've recognized any of these warning signs, time is critical. The faster you act, the more you can limit the damage to your finances and credit rating. First, contact the fraud departments of all 3 credit bureaus immediately. Place fraud alerts on your credit reports, which require creditors to verify your identity before opening new accounts. This free service lasts 90 days and can be renewed. For more serious cases, consider placing a credit freeze, which completely blocks access to your credit report. Second, review all your financial account statements from the past 6 months. Look for any transactions you don't recognize, no matter how small. Contact your banks and credit card companies immediately about any suspicious activity. Most financial institutions have 24-hour fraud hotlines and can freeze your accounts while they investigate. Third, file a police report if you've confirmed identity theft has occurred. While local police may not be able to catch the criminals, having an official police report is often required by creditors and credit bureaus when disputing fraudulent accounts. Fourth, report the identity theft to the Federal Trade Commission at identitytheft.gov. This creates an official record and provides you with a recovery plan customized to your specific situation. The FTC's Identity Theft Recovery Assistant walks you through each step and provides letter templates for contacting creditors. Special considerations for medical identity theft. Medical identity theft deserves special attention because it can threaten both your finances and your health. If someone uses your insurance information to receive medical care, their health information could be added to your medical records, potentially affecting your future treatment. Contact your health insurance company immediately if you receive medical bills for services you didn't receive or if your insurance company contacts you about suspicious claims. Request copies of all medical records associated with your insurance number and review them for inaccuracies. Advanced recovery strategies. For complex identity theft cases, consider working with a certified identity theft specialist or attorney who specializes in identity theft recovery. While this involves additional cost, it can be worthwhile if the theft has affected multiple accounts or if you're having difficulty getting creditors to remove fraudulent information. Keep detailed records of all your recovery efforts, including phone calls, letters sent, and responses received. This documentation is crucial if you need to escalate disputes or if legal action becomes necessary. Prevention, your best defense. While recovery is possible, prevention is always preferable. Regular credit monitoring, secure handling of personal documents, and careful online practices significantly reduce your risk of becoming an identity theft victim. Consider signing up for identity monitoring services that alert you to new accounts opened in your name or significant changes to your credit report. Many banks and credit card companies offer these services free to their customers. Looking forward, building long-term protection. Identity theft recovery isn't just about fixing current problems. It's about building systems that protect you from future attacks. In my next video, I'm revealing the 5 essential documents every senior should keep in a fireproof safe and which personal information you should never share, even with family members. I'm also preparing a comprehensive guide to choosing the best identity monitoring services for seniors, including which features provide the most protection and how to avoid paying for services you don't need. Remember, discovering identity theft isn't a reflection of your intelligence or carefulness. Criminals today use sophisticated methods that can fool anyone. What matters is how quickly and effectively you respond. If this video helped you understand the warning signs of identity theft, please give it a like and share it with friends who need this protection. The more people who know these warning signs, the harder we make it for criminals to succeed. Leave a comment below if you've experienced any of these warning signs or if you have questions about identity theft recovery. I read every comment and often create follow-up videos based on your experiences and questions. Thank you for taking your personal security seriously. Stay vigilant, stay protected, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue building your comprehensive identity protection strategy.